What is up, everybody? Welcome to part two of my new video game haul. Let's get into it with the very first game, Driver 2, for the PlayStation 1. Um, the Wheelman is back. Now, I was interested in getting this game, and it's as you can see, it's actually in pretty good condition. It was at back when I lived in Idaho. It was at my local used game store. Just a little bit of a crack right here on the front of the screen or the front of the case, but other than that, it looks great. And I believe, yeah, it even has the manual in it. So pretty cool. So I actually have this game on the Game Boy Advance, Driver 2. What a strange port. Um, it was very fun as a kid because it felt like, wow, like they can put a whole like GTA style world into onto a Game Boy Advance. That's crazy. Like, cause you could drive around this big city, like, but man, were the graphics terrible. Like, they were so hard to see. And it's a really short game. Obviously, as what used to happen with the Game Boy Advance was it was just, I believe, screenshots of the game, compressed down into JPEGs, which then had text go up on scroll up and you just read it. Um, so like, for example, like what you're seeing right now, it would just be like screenshot of this, compressed down and it'd be like, oh, I was at the bar and so it was just typical Game Boy Advance shenanigans because they couldn't fit everything in. So the ports were weird. And the graphics were so bad. It was so hard to see stuff sometimes. Because it was just like so pixelated. But I was just really curious because I'm like, I wonder because I had so much fun with it on the Game Boy Advance. I'm like, I wonder what this game's like in a capacity where it actually runs like decently well. So I had to grab it, and I'm excited to try it out. I kind of want to play all the drivers because I heard that they kind of have this reputation of being these games that are like not phenomenal, but like they are just a lot of fun. So I'm excited to try them out. All right, the next one I have is Star Ocean First Departure. Um, this I don't know a ton about Star Ocean. I just saw it was for the PSP. It was a JRPG and it had anime cutscenes, and I was like, "Yep, let's try it." So, like I said, I don't know anything about Star Ocean. I know that people really didn't like Star Ocean INF. I can't remember what it's actually called, Integrity and Fortitude or something. I can't remember. I know people really didn't like that one, but I've heard from what I've researched and everything, this one is actually pretty well received. People like this one, and so I grabbed it for the PSP, and I'm excited to try it out. Some portable JRPGing. So yeah, we'll see how it is. All right, next I grabbed. Ba-ba-bum. Oh, Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. Most of the Metal Gears are ones that I am going to be searching for, especially because of the whole licensing debacle that's going on right now with Konami and Kojima. I don't believe that any of these are able to be purchased anywhere digitally, and so I'm not anticipating any of these coming to my PlayStation Plus Premium account anytime soon. So I will be on the hunt for all of the Metal Gears in the physical form. Um, and this one, again, I don't know too much about it. I believe my friend actually had this growing up, and I watched him play it a little bit, and it looked pretty cool. I mean, it's portable, like portable ops. Like that's cool. You can do special ops missions from the comfort of your handheld. So I'm excited for this. I'm excited to try it out. And as you can tell with most of these, they're all in really good condition. I'm always super happy with the store that I used to buy from in Idaho. If you're ever there, check it out. VIP Games. It's phenomenal. They take really good care of their stuff. They test everything so well. And yeah, I believe all of these actually have the manuals. They have, I mean, they're just in great condition. So super stoked on that too. All right. The last PSP game that I got is bum, 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 Monster Hunter 2 Freedom. Uh yeah, I saw Monster Hunter and I grabbed it. They don't typically come around, at least not in the store that I would frequent back in Idaho. It was pretty rare to come across a Monster Hunter. So when this one popped up, definitely had to grab it. I haven't actually played any of the Monster Hunters. My friend is a real big fan, and I am I'm a little nervous because everybody talks about the claw that you have to play with when you're playing these games. You're like you have to hold your PSP like, you know, like and use the thumbstick and yeah, it sounds awful. So if it's too much, I might I might emulate it and just use my controller because like if it's hurting my hand like why would I put myself through that? I already own it. Like I'm not stealing it. But yeah, I mean, it looks super cool. I've always wanted to try them. I mean, you've got big swords that you're fighting huge monsters with, dragons. I mean, it hasn't get any cooler than that. So, I'm pretty stoked on it. I'm excited to try it out and kind of dive into that whole series, especially with how big Monster Hunter World and all the subsequent games after that have been. I'm excited to jump in and see the growth of the series of how it's progressed through the years. And finally, right here, Batman Blackgate for the PS Vita. Um, Now, there's a reason I got this. As you can probably surmise why. Batman is, as with most people, one of my favorite superheroes. So anything Batman. When the Arkham games came out, I was so incredibly excited. I played Asylum, City, Origins, Night. I played all of them. And then I uh, was able to, you know, get my hands on this one. And I was like, well, why not? It's here. I'm going to grab it because I got a Vita. Yes, I did. It is a slim model. And it is in great condition. It came from Japan, so the X and the O are switched in the main screen, but that always changes back to normal when you get into a game that is I can't remember what it is. It's like PAL region is like I believe is like Europe and Asia, and then it's North America version is like NCTS or something. I can't remember. But once you switch over to one of those games, since the Japanese PS Vitas are not region locked, then it automatically knows and it switches back to X and O work the same as they do over here. But yeah, no, I'm really excited about it. I'm pretty excited to try some stuff on it. It's a really powerful little machine, so I might have to watch a few YouTube tutorials, see what I can do with it. How to finagle it to get the most out of the system, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, I'm very excited about it. I mean, there's so many games on here that you can play. I mean, just even the ones that are showing right now. Like I love Little Big Planet. To be able to play Little Big Planet on here would just be super fun. To play any of the Uncharteds, I love Uncharted. So sign me up for another one, even if it's a portable version. Who cares? It's Uncharted. Like, I'm sure it's gonna be great. I mean, it was just so important to just pushing forward portable gaming. I have absolutely no evidence of this, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but I feel like it had a lot to do with influencing the Nintendo Switch, because I mean, the Vita does work with systems. Like you can play stuff that's on your system on your PS Vita, and then also vice versa, use your Vita as the controller for games on your system. Like, so it was there, the idea was there when they were making it. They were on the right track, but then Nintendo came in and perfected it with the Switch. But it was still so important, and I wish that Sony would do something again portable wise. I know they have said that they're not going to because they feel like Nintendo has kind of locked down that market, and now Sony's trying to get into like the whole PC, uh, gaming computer scene along with Microsoft and like whatever. But regardless, PS Vita is super important. I'm very excited to have one. I now have my PSP and my PS Vita, so I'm very stoked about that because just two consoles that I dreamed of having as a kid. Especially because I mean, I was really lucky to have a Game Boy Advance, but like when you have a Game Boy Advance, you're sitting there and this other person's next to you on the plane with their PSP or PS Vita, and they're playing these fully rendered 3D games. You're like, oh man, like um not a diss on the Game Boy Advance. It's one of my favorite systems. So anyways, guys, aside from this, I just picked up a little case for the Vita as well. But other than that, it's a hard shell case, by the way. It's pretty nice. That's it. That's what I picked up. Pretty good haul, I thought. Let me know which one you think was the best. If you just had a haul, what'd you get? What'd you grab? Let me know. I would love to hear about it. And yeah, I will be doing more of these because I have already picked up more since I sat down to just film these. So I will be back soon. And thank you all for coming and watching. If you want to stay tuned for more, subscribe, like if you want. Never expected, always appreciated. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.